The Newark Public Library should be a point of pride for everyone in America. It was a trailblazing library that really reinvented what public libraries were. John Cotton Dana, he's a great American hero who thought that libraries shouldn't be these rarefied institutions for the academically advanced. It should actually be institutions that are open to the public, where everyone who wants to pursue not just intellectual endeavor, but a deeper citizenship should be able to engage. Books should not be behind counters and stacks. They should be out there for people to explore and to open their imagination. In many ways, libraries should be centers of learning and opportunity for everyone. And so with that history that really helped to transform the modern American library movement, we in Newark should be proud. But more than that, we in New Jersey should be proud because this is our state's library. It's the biggest holder of the rare books, our New Jersey history, our American history. And that history, that tradition, that fact that this library holds such an abundant treasure is what makes me such an enthusiastic supporter. But the final reason is just because libraries provide, and many different branches in our communities really do provide, again, places for our community to connect to information, to opportunities, places that are safe and quiet to study, to reflect, to imagine, to dream. And that's why they're such a critically important institution for the city, for the state, and for our nation. You know, there's an urgency with our public library. You know, other states, even just across the river, 12 miles in New York, there's this huge community built around supporting that institution, expanding it, making it cutting edge. What a shame that in New Jersey, our state's library, this institution that was once the vanguard, the cutting edge of American libraries, has fallen a little bit because of lack of investment and lack of support from the public. That's such an important word, the Newark Public Library. And we in government have a reason to support it and important to support it, but it must garner support from those that believe in these values, who believe in the value of this library, and understand that if we don't support it, our treasures, our intellectual treasures will be lost. One thing I do know is just by having the right facilities for rare books, the right facilities for the kind of collections that we have are critical. And right now we're seeing a decline in that because of lack of support and investment. And then finally, if you really believe in the ideals of America, if you really do believe in what our children say every single day, those 5 words, liberty and justice for all, then you should be someone that supports those avenues that allow a democratizing force to be strengthened and emboldened. And libraries are just that, where anyone can go in and activate and access that intellectual richness that allows them to better themselves. So for me, for those reasons, there is an urgency to support New Jersey's treasure, its main public library, its resource, its collections, and the opportunity it presents for us all. You know, I enjoy hearing the anecdotal stories from Newarkers who are adults to even parents of kids. And I hear stories all the time that when the swirl was going on, when there was no place to go, they found in the Newark Public Library a community to go to. They discovered and found just tremendous inspiration, learning that opened up doors for them that they didn't imagine. That still goes on today. Our public libraries become communities that in many ways activate the aspirations, ambitions, and dreams of our young people and give them substantive tools with which to pursue their dreams. And that thrills me when I hear those stories from parents who find within our public libraries ways to supercharge their students, their children, the next generation of our country. So I'm a believer, but I know that this institution, I know that this great library, I know that this library that sparked the American library movement is not just going to thrive on its own. We need to support it. We need to be there for it. We need to donate to it. And we need to make sure that the next generation coming along has this asset that they can use to cultivate the best that they have in their spirits, in their hearts, and in their minds. So my message is all in. We've got to be all in on this. This is our institution, and we can't just sit back and wait for somebody else to do it. In this time where dollars are scarce in government institutions, it is us in the community that have to support our library. It can be done in small contributions and big contributions, but if you believe in the values of this institution, if you believe in the importance of it, from its rare book collections, its preservation of our history, its opening access to our democracy, for all those who are aspiring to make the best out of themselves. If you praise libraries, if you've used libraries, this is the call to you to step up, to stand up and do something. The great American library movement started here in Newark, New Jersey. John Cotton Dana, his spirit, his memory, our ancestor, is looking down today and saying, hey, what have we done with the legacy that he's left? Let's have a bold vision again and get involved in making that a reality by supporting in some small way. Let's make sure that we're just as audacious as John Cotton Dana was in believing that this democracy will be made stronger every single generation if we provide the tools and environments to source the next generation with imagination, inspiration, ideas, and knowledge. Come to the Newark Library and discover your dreams.